All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. It is good to be here. Apologize for last weekend. Alan wasn't feeling too great. He's doing better. We're glad he's doing better. He's back with us. So we're glad to be here. We got the one, the only Battle Bean. He hasn't been here in a hot minute. Sir, if you wouldn't mind, would you say the pledge for us?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course I would. All right, guys. Oh, we got somebody else coming. Hot pot. Make sure you get ready for the Pledge of Allegiance, bro. All right, guys. Go ahead, put your hand of your heart. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. How you doing, bro?
I am doing excellent, sir. I just started a job about a week and a half ago, so it's been a little hectic, but doing well. It's starting to get really hot here in Central California, so I'm not looking forward to that at all. But other than that, man, I was just trying to stay hydrated and just trying to stay positive. That's all we've been doing.
Awesome, man. How hot's it getting out there?
Um, see, last week it got up to 107. So yeah, it's been getting pretty crazy, and I mean, at the peak of the summer, it can get up to 112 here. So I'm just glad it hasn't gotten to that point. But so far, this summer has not been as bad as other years. We've had before it be to the point that middle of May is hot, and it doesn't end till like the end of September. So I'm kind of glad it's kind of cooled down. Look at this vicious dog I got. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Just got him like a week and a half ago. Out. His name is Bruno. Say hi, dude. He's like, yo, man, what's all this stuff you got here? Huh? Anyways. All right. Go back to your mom.
Hey, puppy dog.
He's a puppy. Yeah. No, we're doing good, man. Just trying to stay hydrated and keep ourselves out of the sun as much as possible.
Awesome. Good deal, man. Good to see you. Jamie, what's going on, brother, man?
Oh, man. If I was any better, it'd be twins. Thanks for having me, man. I'm glad Alan's feeling a little better. Gene popped in. Good to see Mario. I ain't seen him in a little bit, so looking forward to spending some time with you guys.
Awesome. Good deal. What's going on, Gene?
Not much, not much. Using my phone tonight, so kind of like off the beaten path for me. I'm used to using my laptop. But hey, thanks for having me on. Hey, everybody on the panel, side chat. Good to see you all.
Awesome. Good deal. And Alan, what's going on, man? We're glad you're feeling better.
Oh yeah, I greatly appreciate it, man. I've just been little rough there for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. But doing better now. That's what. So everything's. I'm not 100%. So, but I'm doing okay. I apologize. Haven't been able to get out to the range, not only due to the illness, but on the few times that I've had the opportunity, it's just dumping rain out here in Iowa. So not something that I was like really eager to do when I'm feeling like half dog shit, but doing all right now. They step out every now and then and hack up a lung.
All right. You got the chat pulled up, man?
Absolutely. Let's see what the good old YouTube participants says that we've got. Abigail out there. Daniel got us the judge. Jerry Parker. MCK. Michael Hartneck. Pony 47. Razor JB. Tim S. Uncle John out there. Redbird 491. The tactical FUD was around, and so was the YouTube auditor, but It looks like they might have left. Oh, there they are. Hey, how's it going, YouTube auditor?
Awesome. Good deal. Good deal. So other than being sick and working, anything else been going on?
Not for me. Just being absolutely disgusted with the things coming and going into our House and into our Senate. Just appalled. It is like the current regime has absolutely no idea what the Constitution is, and let's just make every law that we can that's completely against the Constitution. I'm beside myself. I'm absolutely sick with it.
Yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous. I will say though, tomorrow we get constitutional carry, so it's awesome. Goes into effect tomorrow.
You get constitutional carry in Ohio.
Yep.
Goes into effect.
Goes into effect tomorrow. Talking about some of the crazy stuff that's out there regarding gun control and that right now. I saw a post, a California animal shelter, not surprising, California, called the Shelter Hope Pet Shop, has changed their process. You cannot be an NRA member, and they want to know where you stand on gun control before they will allow you to adopt.
That's got to be in the Bay Area, bro, because I can guarantee you that has nothing. Like, you would never see that crap where I'm at. It's got to be in the Bay Area or LA or maybe
Oaks.
San Diego.
It's a Thousand Oaks.
Oh yeah, it's over there in the coast by the LA area. Yeah, it's all good.
How crazy is that? Changing the process to ask you your stance on gun control and asking if you're an NRA member or not.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
What does that matter?
Yeah, what does that matter?
Honestly, what would that matter? Are they worried that, oh well, if red flags go into effect, people that have guns are going to get raided by the people that are like, oh, they've got guns and I'm afraid.
Let me tell you something.
So they're going to call because fucking red flag bullshit.
We already have that shit here in California, and has it prevented any mass shootings? Has it prevented anything? Nope, not a damn thing. They just want to oppress people, and that's all that is, bro. They want to control. That's all that is.
Well, yeah, Abigail, it's absolutely right. They'd never stop. It's just the amount of bombardment that they're trying to do right now is so far over the top. It's so fucking ridiculous. Coming at it with every single angle they can possibly fucking come at it.
Hey, our militant friends here, what's going on? Resist their RTT.
Howdy.
You sound a little bit puckered than usual. What's going on, man?
I just woke up.
Well, good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today? Maybe that's a loaded question. Hello, RTT. How are you feeling today?
Oh, constitutional carry, yeah, first in June, or is it 1st of July?
1st of July for Indiana.
So what really obsessed me about all this stuff, dude, is that how is it that we have a small group of senators negotiating the Second Amendment. Does that not sound tyrannical to you or not? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because the way the media puts it out, oh, we got a group of senators that are negotiating your Second Amendment rights.
That way they can pick out their rhinos to go negotiate on the conservative side and come out with a wash that is going to screw us. And you know it, and that's why they did it.
Yep.
I have a surprise. I have a probably unpopular opinion on this.
No.
Oh,
never.
please tell me.
Not you.
God, I am
No.
waiting with anxiousness here.
But all I ever hear day in and day out is blaming Congress and politicians and all this other stuff. And it's called an experiment in self-governance for a reason. And I squarely place every inch of the blame for everything every position we're in right now on every American. Yeah, there's bad politicians, but who put them there? And over decades and decades, who allowed that to keep happening? The American people.
There's a bunch of them that crossed the line. But kind of like RTT saying that, and there's others out there, we got to hold them accountable.
The corruption is too deep. It's too deep.
Let me respond to Matt for a second here. I get where you're coming from. I agree to a point. But you're going to have a bunch of people going to stand up and raise their hand and say, you can't blame me because I didn't vote. No, it's you I blame the most. That's my sermon for the day. Pass the plate, Alan.
What you working on there, Alan?
Just some 9mm. No, so I got the right to complain about it because I voted. Yeah, I've heard that said before. The only question is okay, well, we did our part, we voted, and still it goes completely against everything that I voted for. Every single one of them. I wouldn't have had Joe Biden clean my fucking toilets, more or less be the president of my fucking my country.
I think you're looking at it from a very individualized standpoint. You know, that number one, pretending your vote counts, but number two, that it doesn't go back 100 years or 150 years. You know, it's not just us who will never do a fucking thing about it. Never do a thing about the corruption, never lift a finger to save this country, never do a single thing to right the wrongs. It's not just us that haven't done it and won't do it. It's our dads, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and before that, assuming your family was here at that point, that also never did anything. The last people to do anything to try to right whatever they thought was wrong was the Civil War.
And that's exactly what it's going to take to straighten the fucking shit up now. That's the only thing that it's going to be, that's going to be able to make it happen. Only thing.
You know, somebody said just a little bit ago, Was it Jamie that said it? Somebody said just a minute ago that the corruption is too deep.
I think it was Hot Pot. I think it was Hot
Okay.
Pot.
Yeah, somebody said the corruption was too deep. Well, yeah, it is. It is now. And I made a comment to somebody the other day about how actual like freedom loving constitutional types aren't allowed to be in government anymore. Yet and they were like, well, all you have to do is start at the local level at some committee or something, and then mayor, and then governor, and then, blah, 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 and then senator, and then someday become president. I was like, that's not how it works. There's a sector of people that are allowed to become president and allowed to become congressman. There's a sector of people that aren't allowed to. And I agree that the corruption is far, far too deep to almost even be fixed in the peaceful sense, or at least voting sense. But yeah, it's decades and decades and decades that has of the people, we the militia, of the people not actually doing a thing that will really turn the course of what's happening.
Yeah, I don't believe for a heartbeat of a second that calling your senators or it does any damn good at all. I can't bring myself to believe any of them.
Abigail's right. It's a big club, and we ain't in it.
There are very few out there that actually stand for the people. Very few. I'm not going to say there's not any, because there are some, but there's very, very few.
I think a lot of people do go into politics with a good sense to them, but as soon as their car is paid for, it's over with. Once they start hitting the state levels, it's done. They're in the corrupt system.
There's a former SEAL that's running for a Senate, I think, or House, representative of Arizona. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but there's a former SEAL running for representation in Arizona, and Sean Ryan had him on his show and asked him, straight up, how are these views going to, how are these views and what you support going to change when they hand you that giant briefcase full of money?
Yep, it's crazy for sure. I saw there's more gun buy stuff going on again. So Oakland had one this weekend, and they put dozens upon dozens, and then they have to call out the AK-47. They say there was a Thompson submachine gun in there, which is probably just one of the newer ones, not a full auto, but they got to call that out. And they gave away 10,000 in gift cards. People are crazy, man. Turning your shit in ain't gonna solve the problem.
I wanted to slap that dude.
You wanted to slap who?
That dude that went and turned his guns in after the school shooting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them lately. It's getting stupid. Turning in your guns is not going to solve the issue. You're only becoming part of the problem by turning them in. That's right, Timmy. Timmy ain't turning crap in. That's right. Yep. Yep. Special interest groups, all that crap. All these are various other things for them to make money. That's exactly it. Turn your guns, become a victim. Exactly it.
Well, yeah, I'm talking to a guy at work, and he's like, "Oh, well, you know, if this goes through, then I'm gonna have a couple of guns for sale, real cheap." And I'm like, "Then you know where I work?" I'm like, because yeah, that $800 CZ you got, I'll give you 200 for it. I'll take it right off your hands, man. No problem.
That's exactly it, Harold. Not just a second they're after the whole Constitution.
You know, when they're talking about taking away body armor, seriously, it is literally to defend yourself. But
Well,
let's make body armor illegal. It's just ridiculous.
they're scared you're giving them to the deer. Because deer wear Kevlar.
Because deer wear Kevlar. Yep. Right. Let's do that.
That's exactly it, Scott. They got to get rid of the second before they can get rid of the rest. That's their goal.
Well, unlike Nazi Germany, they're not bothering to do that though. The share of information is also already being outlawed. You can't distribute electronic files for 3D printing right now. Yeah.
You tell me. Try and tell me the government's not corrupt when Pelosi's husband goes off, gets drunk, gets pulled over, gets arrested, and then a week later gets let off. All the charges were dropped. Corruption 101. It's an elite club. We ain't in it. Any one of us, we'd have been stuck to the freaking rails. Yeah, they'll have a hard time with the 3D printer stuff.
There you go.
Exactly it. Harold, you're right. They have made American soft. There's a lot of that's what they've been working on. Just like with the whole Rona shit. They wanted, it was a test to see how well people would comply and fall in line.
Mr. Levergun's got it right.
Yes, sir. That's it, Pops. You can buy justice. You got enough money.
And Gene talking about the corruption's too deep. And Matt made a good point too about, if you're going to be elected at anything, particularly past the state level, probably including a state level, you got to have deep pockets. And it's hard for a working man to get noticed, if he runs for office without having a lot of money to spend on campaigns and stuff like that. And at that point, you become dependent on donors. When you become dependent on donors, you start being obligated to those people. And so that's how the system works. We need a new system, Pops. And I want to say we need another political party, but if we had another political party, that would split probably the conservatives, and it would guarantee all liberals are. It's always the conservatives that take it on the chin when the third party thing comes up. Because you don't see the liberals wanting to split into two parties. Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
The the thing that I can never understand about conservatives and Republicans is they can never agree. Regardless of how much of a disaster Biden is, the Democrats stick together. We can't seem to do that in our party for some reason. I don't understand that.
Well, I think it's a matter of to both Jamie and Mario. I think, in my experience or in my opinion, that you have you use both words, Mario, conservatives and Republicans. And I think that's where the divide is that you have like conservatives who tend to be a little bit more constitutional leaning, more of that like don't tread on me, hard nosed, not 1 inch, even though they've been giving up inches their entire life, but more of that not 1 inch mentality versus Republicans that just vote for Republican because it's a fucking Republican. Whereas Democrats vote for 2 reasons. Not party values, not political talking points, not what was said at the podium during the general election debates. They vote for 2 reasons. They vote because the person's a Democrat, and they vote because the person's not a Republican. That's why they vote. They vote against or for. They vote against the R or for the D, and that's it. They're not smart enough to have an opinion on, they're like a dependent child, that just goes along with whatever.
Go along with whatever they're told to do.
Yeah, they're like
I think the other part is that, especially with the newer generation, they're so crazy about social media, and they believe that anything that comes out of social media is true, but yet they never research it. They never do anything to contest it. And I think that's the biggest thing is the media and social media and just created a bunch of sheep.
Yeah, it used to be that you would see a lot more liberals just on the coasts and all these uh, conservatives in the middle of the country, and that's changed significantly over the past 20 years. Now you've got this wildfire of liberalism that's spreading all over the place. And I don't understand how.
But you know what? To be honest with you, I still think that regardless, the left is still scared of what the right can really do because they are wanting to throw the book at everybody that was there in January 6th because they think that somehow that's going to, repel people from, deter people from doing anything else that's similar to that. And I'm like, that's just the start, man. You really want to piss off everybody on the right. You got like LA riots times 100.
There's KFW out there making some good points. I listened to about 10, maybe 8 minutes of that mess they had on the other night on TV. I didn't watch it. I was in the car and I was on the road, and I thought, well, let's give this a listen. I was out of range from my normal radio stations. And it kind of proved to me one thing, and that is they're scared. They're already scared, trying to make sure Trump don't come back and beat the socks off of him in the next election.
Yeah, but I think they need to worry more about those that have that same type of mentality because there's plenty of those out there. And I think that's what's scary. They call it Trumpism. I'm like, oh my God, it's Trumpism. And it's just creating a bunch of, unruly people that just want to not really care about everybody else and just their meaning of what they look, what they feel like, or what they, what matters to them.
Well, let's ask the question, Mario, and to the panel. And you guys, I know you guys in the side chat will chime in. If there, would you support another candidate for the Republican nomination other than Donald Trump, particularly if he was stronger on Second Amendment?
In a second, I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump if he had a gun to my head, but yeah, in a second I would.
There's some people that wouldn't. What are you thinking, Scottish American? You there?
Yeah, I got some I got some weird noises coming from the house. Trying to figure out what's going on. What did you say, Jamie? I missed it. Sorry, brother.
Would you support another candidate other than Donald Trump for the Republican nomination, especially if he was stronger on Second Amendment stance?
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Absolutely. I have my reserves about Donald Trump as well. So, I mean, he's done a lot for the country, but he fell a lot of times too. They came up with a whole bullshit and Jackson shit, and he fell over and just let him fucking do it. There was a lot of shit that's questionable when it comes to him as well. So,
Fuzzy Fork 8. That woman is my representative, and I'm not sure I'm voting for her in the next election.
No, man. Even I'm like, whoa, who's this? What up with her? Like,
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Y'all like her, but
I don't. I'm like, oh, girl's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or something, man. I don't know.
She's rabid Trump is what she is. She's gone past being a Republican to being a Trump minion, I guess would be the word. So I think, uh, first of all, she started her rhetoric before she ever got inaugurated into the office, and to the point that she didn't get any committee assignments. So our representative is not in any committees, and I think the final straw with me was when she stood up and heckled Biden during his State of the Union address. Uh, I don't like Joe Biden. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. Uh, I don't support any of his policies on anything. I think y'all know me better than that. But you don't heckle the President of the United States during the State of the Union address. I don't care who he is.
But did they also do the same thing to Obama? Who was that guy that said you lied in front of the? he was given the. I think he was getting a State of Union address as well.
There you go.
You know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't watch the news anymore, man, because all it does is it really upsets me, and it gets to the point that it affects my blood pressure. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even watching this nonsense because it just gets to a point where it's like it seems to me like it's the same narrative, and it's like they just want to throw different words on it, and somehow, in some way, that's magically better. I don't know.
No, and it's all the same bullshit. If you're going to listen to CNN, you're going to listen to ABC, you're going to listen to NBC, even if you listen to Fox, it's just a slightly twisted, different way of saying all the same bullshit. They are still just preaching the same crap. It's all in national media. They're all preaching the same bullshit. They're all on the same fucking agenda in my book. So I don't watch fucking any of it. I don't trust any of it.
Yep. It's all designed to do that, to stress you out, cause problems, create fear.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, man?
I just got in. What are we
Were
talking?
you in a match or something?
Yeah, you won't believe it. I DQ'd on the last stage. 13 stages. I DQ'd on the last one.
What happened, bro? Talk to me about it. Just because you were
I just planned it wrong. There was a target here. There was two walls, and I shot across in the target and hit the wall. There was automatic DQ.
Hey, bro, brown targets matter. Just want you to know that, okay?
Yeah,
Brown
okay.
targets matter.
Yeah, two holes. You have it wrong. 2 holes in the brown targets matter.
Man, that's fucked up, bro. No, just one, bro. You don't need to be putting 2 on the brown target. It's good to see you, bro. I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Been busy. What are we talking about? You guys, politics and all that?
We're
man.
talking
Go ahead.
politics, crazy gun laws, crazy shit they're trying to do.
Now let me ask you. Let me throw you this out there, okay? Let's say somebody will come in, will give you $1.50 gas. Your 401k will double, but you have to give up certain gun rights. Let's say we'll go back to 94 ban. Okay, it'll be like a compromise between all this shit because you guys are kind of concentrating on just on the guns, but people need to be fed. Need to have money, and then they're gonna care about guns and other laws. At least in my experience.
How can I trust the current administration or anybody in Congress when we can't even feed babies, bro? Honestly,
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, just before COVID, I was in Minnesota touring the Anderson factory, and the guide, our tour guide, asked me like, "What do I think about our government and what should we do?" And I asked him, "Did you see the show Designated Survivor?" And he's like, Are you serious? Are you like seriously saying we should like blow up the entire government? I'm like, unfortunately, it's so corrupt that I think we should start from the scratch.
Yep. Everyone out there agrees. Fuck that shit. Nope.
Well, yeah, because we are all pro to A, but when you got no money, gas is $8 and you can't freaking go anywhere, and you're still making the same money. What are the good guns for? Because nobody has a balls to actually use the guns to go against the government. You can forget about that. That ain't gonna happen. Unless
it's just like
something cataclysmic is gonna happen.
it's just like how they planned this whole thing with the fuel shortage, or how they're inflation is up the ass on fuel. It all started here because pretty much, I don't know if you guys know this, but California does provide a lot of petroleum and natural gas to the rest of the country. And the first thing they did is they went in and banned fracking from all the oil wells around here. And then all of a sudden, everybody else started doing that. I think they also even tried that in Texas and Oklahoma. And then it's just a nonsense. And then the whole thing with the pipeline being shut down.
Well, a lot of it is they're not approving permits. They're denying permits.
Yeah, that's what it is. The fracking permits. So if they stop from doing that, and that's how they do it. I think they also did the same thing in Alaska.
Yep.
Well, my uncle sent me an email about oil. You guys ever heard of? Let's see, what's it called? Bacon, Bakken. Supposedly the largest domestic oil discovery since Alaska, Prudhoe Bay. Long story short, there's enough oil for next 2,000 years for U.S. So I still believe all this bullshit is just artificially created.
It is. It's just like the baby shortage, the baby powder shortage. That's all created too. They want you to rely on them, just like you were saying earlier, Val. They're going to come to you at some point and go, "Hey, would you do this so we can do this and give you this and give you that?"
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened in Czechoslovakia after the World War II, between 1945 and 1948. Basically, communists, they went door to door and they said, "Look, everybody had guns. World War II just was over. Everybody said, look, you don't need guns. You give them up. We're gonna protect you. You take your land. You pull it together with your neighbor. We're gonna create this cooperative, and we're all gonna happily live together, singing Kumbaya." And people ate it up. And for the next 20 years, that's all they did, because they think it's gonna work. And then another 20 years, they found out that no matter how much they tried, they're not getting ahead, and everything was kind of stagnating. So that's how it starts.
Yeah, Rich, you need your baby food, man. I'll see if I can find some. I'll mail you some.
Phosphor says rights are not up for compromise, but unfortunately, we're compromising our rights every day. It starts with a driver's license, your IDs, and go on and go on and go on. Think about it. There was no income tax until what, 1945, 6, or something like that. And now the more money they get in, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Government's spending more money than we're bringing in. So we're not the problem. The government's the problem.
And that's not new.
Yeah, but the question is, what are we willing to do about it? That's what I'm saying. Like, how many of you went to the DC on January 6th? How many people from the panel did? How many from the side check? That's the point. There should be every red-blooded American that didn't believe in that election should have been there. Should have been 5 million people there, not one. Oh yeah, never mind. New York Outcast. He's my homie. He was there. Beer that CB couldn't afford a ticket. Should have drove. The gas was cheap back then, CB.
I'll just keep loading my lung blower upper 9mm.
Вибухне ту.
Just wait for it to go down. See, that's one thing. Sanction in the United States on oil. No.
Now, as far as I know, they just keep pushing more and more sanctions on Russia and trying to blame Russia for this whole thing, which is bullshit. We all know it.
I blame it on his first day in office, man. I mean, he wasn't even in office 8 hours before he pulled that bull crap.
Yep, he killed the pipeline day one, dude.
Sure. I don't blame him. I blame his handlers.
He's
He barely
a
knows
puppet.
what day it is.
We all know he's a puppet.
I blame him.
I just trip out how the secretary, the press secretary says how the economy is not as bad as people think it is. I'm like, are you serious? What? Yeah, dude, she flat out said that. I was like, oh my god, wow.
I liked it when she was saying something about gas prices because somebody out in the audience, or one of the journalists or whatever, asked about gas. She's like, "Well, it's this much more in the UK, this much more in this country, this much more in this country." I'm sitting there listening to her rattle these things off. Like, yeah, it's always been more in those countries. Like if you go, because some of those countries do like quarts or liters or whatever, versus over gallons, and then you take into consideration the value of their dollar and all that other stuff. Yeah, it's always been more there. But what are you telling us? That it's still just more there? Like you could be there and stop complaining? That's what she said, essentially, is you could be in these other places, so stop complaining.
Yeah, 56 executive orders in the first 2 months. For a man that said himself that only a president that uses executive orders is a dictator.
Oh, let's talk about guns.
You got a SIG X10 yet?
X10. What's X10? Oh, no, I don't. I got zero desire for that.
So before you got DQ'd, how was the match going?
He was actually doing pretty good. I mean, I had 2 stages that kind of bombed, but the rest of it I was fairly solid. I was doing really good, and then it was a dumpster fire at the end. Actually, started on the beginning because equipment check. Turns out my gun was too heavy because I didn't weigh it because I had a tungsten guide rod, so I had to remove the weight from the grip to make the weight. So I did that, so that was okay. And then I found out IDPA allows weapon-mounted flashlights now, so I think next match I'm going to approach a little differently.
What gun did you use for the
X-Fire Legion.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much use that for everything. The difference between USPSA and IDPA that I took off that heavy flashlight and I put on the magwell. But I had to take out the grip weight because I had to be 45 ounces and I was 46 and a change. Once I took the grip weight out, I was 49.9. And there was
38. If I could find one, I'd have one already.
there was one stage that was really funny. They call it I don't know. Basically, you were like in a cockpit of the airplane. You had the stick in the middle. You had to have your feet on the pedals, and depending which way you move the stick, different targets would appear. So you had to figure out how to do it to engage all the targets. You either do it with one hand, or you push the stick to the side and hold it with your foot. That was pretty funny. I got quite a bit of it on the video. So even though I got DQ'd, it'll still make a nice video.
Well, I mean, that's how you learn too, bro. You learn from your mistakes and just move on from it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, shit like that doesn't really bother me because I know I made a mistake. What pisses me off, like a couple of years ago when they DQ'd me at the Era 8 match, and it was such a bullshit call. That stuff like that pisses me off. Like when I make a mistake, or you break 180, or you do stupid shit, like you know that you did it. What pissed me off is that this was a rookie mistake. I shot the stage exactly the way I planned it. Turns out my plan was faulted from the beginning. I didn't realize I'm gonna hit the wall from that position, and that was my fault. I should know better.
How far did you have to commute to that thing?
3 hours. I left the house at 4:30 in the morning. I was there by 8. 9 o'clock we start shooting. We were done just about 4 o'clock when I DQ'd. At that point, I didn't wait till we finished shooting. I was like, see ya, packed my shit, jumped in the car, and went home. I got home at 7 o'clock. So quite a long day.
Yeah, that's a long day, bro.
So Matt, what you been doing with guns this week, man? Anything?
Shooting them. What have I been doing with guns this week? Is that what you said?
Well, preferably shooting them, yeah. But what you been up to, man?
No, I don't know. Shot up some ammo this weekend and worked with a couple different people that are that came on board in my group. Worked with a couple new people over the weekend. Just really tried to not heat stroke out because it was like 112 yesterday. Yeah, other than that, not got a whole lot. I mean, I got a shitload of stuff going on. It's just having the time to do it.
Hey, RTT, I got a question for you, bud.
So
I know that Texas has been doing this stuff already with this whole Title 42 nonsense and whatever else they're going to throw at us. What is Arizona doing? Are they going to start doing like the same thing that Texas did? Like bust a bunch of people at DC and or starting forcing with their own National Guard?
We've already started doing that.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So is the state actually deploying their National Guard out there?
No.
No.
Ducey's a piece of shit, our governor. He'll do like a couple things that it's like, hey, I can really support that. And then he'll do 10 things where it's like, how are you even considered a human being? You know, kind of thing. And he is so flip-floppy, wishy-washy on pretty much everything.
So he's like the wine?
Huh?
So he's like the wine?
Yeah.
Wish-washy on everything?
Yeah. Yeah, he is so flip-floppy, wishy-washy on everything that you know, it's he'll do the very base minimum that keeps him some sort of right-wing support, but will never actually take things to a point that it's like you're one of us, you know, like I can really support you.
Could be worse. You could be in New York.
Well, you know, I sort of disagree because at least in New York, I'm not fooled by what I'm getting.
Yeah, same here, dude. I can say that much.
Yeah, it's like you sit there and at least you know the enemy works at the State House in New York, where you get to some place like Arizona, and it's like, yeah, they could be friendly, but no, oh shit, nope, no, they're not.
Yeah, the politicians, they're all the same. It doesn't matter. That's why until we have a term limit on every single public office, nothing ever going to change. Nothing. Because I don't care how good a politician, new politician thinks he or she is. After a while, they'll either find something on him or he's going to turn. That's a problem.
What's up, Al? Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you.
So who's got the most expensive gas? I'm guessing Mario. How much is a regular over there?
$5.79, and that's in the Costco card.
Yeah, it was $5.25 in Massachusetts. I only put like $50 worth just to get home.
Wow.
It's like $4.99 in Connecticut. It was $4.86 at my gas station because they got rid of the county tax, or they capped the county tax, so it went down 16 cents. A week later, it was freaking almost $5 again.
It's
And,
5.10 out here right now. Well, at least it
Yeah.
was early in the day. It's 5.10.
And the reason why it's somewhat less, a little less than what they're paying in LA. In LA, they're paying almost $6.50, $6.60 a gallon. And I think the only thing that helps us here is that we have a lot of refineries here. So, the transport tax or whatever that is, it's not as high compared to having to, especially people in LA who depend on our stuff all the time. They have to transport their gas all the way down to LA, and I think that's the only thing that helps us.
Is Lead Bullet Junkie in Tucson?
Yeah, he's in Arizona. Yep.
Well, he said 479, which is right. Like 480 in Tucson.
Yep.
But because I am also in Tucson.
Yeah, he's out there. He's a good dude.
Who
You
is
guys should become BFFs.
people you generally don't like me enough, but
They don't like you, really? You say it ain't so.
Nah, Matt is an acquired taste. Like me.
He's an acquired taste.
I'd say that's fair. That's a fair statement. I would say that's
Yeah, just like myself, It takes particular people to like me.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. There's a good idea right there. Just stop sending gas to California.
No, we make our own gas, dude. Thanks. Just want you to know that. Have a nice day, New York Outcast.
Let's stop sending water then. Trade it for gas.
No, we make our own water too. Yes, it's called the mountains. Comes down. Just saying.
No, they pipe all that shit from Oregon.
Dave, you're not wrong, man. I'm thinking about buying a horse.
Yeah, the Amish are laughing when they go clackety clackety by the gas station right now.
I got no problem riding one to work if I have to.
I do. I got to pull equipment and fucking a lot of weight. I'll have a problem with that. Pulling a freaking 10,000-pound machine with the horses, it'll be an issue.
You gotta get yourself some oxen.
Now you're like me. You need 2 mules and a buckboard, man.
Yeah. Actually, my truck did pretty good. I did about 300 miles, about half on a side roads, half on a highway. I already did 70 miles to a gallon, so it's a 6.4 Hemi. That was actually pretty good.
The other part to the whole thing of gas here is they're all turning in record profits. No, never. I would never imagine that. Fuckers are reaping the benefits while we're all struggling like that's what they want.
Well, my question is what's going to happen in a winter, because right now the heating oil is $6. At the rate it's gonna,
It's a great question, man. Because
yeah.
I'm not going to be able to afford it.
At the rate this is going, you're looking at $7-8 for a gallon of heating oil next winter. So to heat your house, average house, if you have a family of 4, you have a 2,200 square foot house, whether you're renting or whether you own it, it's usually not super well insulated. You're talking probably 150 to 200 gallons of oil every month. You know, even a semi-decent house will burn about 5 gallons a day. So that's 150 gallons a month times $7. That's more than your fucking mortgage.
Yep.
And people think, oh, okay, I'll keep my house at 60. It don't fucking matter. You're still gonna burn 5 gallons. Trust me.
You do. I keep mine right at 60, but you still burn through it pretty good. And I have it where it turns down to 50 when I'm gone. So it's not as hot, but it's hot enough to, stop pipes freezing and shit. But yeah, it's a little ridiculous. I got a 270, I think it's 275 gallon tank. And the last time I filled it, it was almost 550. I think the last time I filled it.
I got a feeling there's gonna be big desire for the wood. A lot of pellet stove, a lot of wood stove are gonna go the next winter. Most of the, like around here, like I have outdoor furnace, but most of them are outlawed. You can't get them. Mine's grandfather in. And if it ever breaks, I'll replace it in a heartbeat. And I bought last time I bought freaking oil, it was probably $1.20. Because I only burn like, I don't know, maybe 30, 50 gallons a year.
Yeah, I don't know how much Alaskan Ballistic goes through, but I can only imagine. Yeah, there you go. Get a wood stove. Yep. You'll be better off.
And he's switching to heat pump. Heat pumps came a long way. Even the houses I'm building right now, everything is a heat pump. They really, really efficient. Depending where you live, unless you live in Alaska, somewhere really north, even around here, I'm about 2.5 hours north of a city. Heat pumps work really well.
There's Tom. What's up, buddy? We're about halfway through, Alan. You want to run through the chat?
Sure, I don't see why not. I mean, because we've got Alaskan Ballistics, we've got Laura Lay, the Wes S, Big Al, the great Tom Olafson. According to the participants list, Abigail's still hanging around. Andy 79Z28, Bernie Sanchez, Idaho Rogers, USMC. Lead Bullet Junkie, Michael Hurtnick, the New York Outcast, Rich 1911, the Tactical Fun, James Pollard. I already did say Wes S, but I'm going to say Wes S yet again for no sake to say anything else other than Wes S. Yeah, it's still rocking and rolling out there.
Good deal. Marion, what you been doing with guns lately, man? Anything?
Just reloaded some 308 and shot the M1A. That's been pretty much it, bro, because I've been busy doing other stuff. And yeah, fortunately, I just haven't had a chance to go to the range like I want to. Plus, not too long ago, we were preparing for my daughter. She's having a grandson. We're doing a baby shower and all kinds of stuff. So been kind of busy with family stuff.
You gonna be grandpa, Mario?
I'm already a grandpa, bro.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, my second one, yep.
Man, look at
First
you.
boy. Yeah. First boy.
My
So,
son
yeah,
was
man.
complaining that we live in a shithole. There's nothing to do. He's got no place to go. So I told him, no problem, move out.
Yeah. No, it's cool, man. Like we haven't had a boy in this family in a long time because I had all girls, my brother had all girls, my brother-in-law had all girls. So it's like, I mean, like now this baby's gonna be a boy. So yeah, it's a big thing for everybody.
Damn, 8 or 9 grandbabies.
Man, wow, that's cool, man. It's a
God
blessing,
bless you,
brother.
Wes.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man. It really is. I mean, it's kind of interesting too because you just definitely change. I know my kids called me out on that last not too long ago because they show a picture of a drill sergeant and go, "That's my dad," as a dad, and then as a grandpa, he's like show this guy just like oh smiley and happy. I'm like, yeah, totally different as a grandfather. Yeah, it is. I was like, they kind of called me out. I go, hey, you guys turned out all right.
Grandkids are your blessing from God for not killing your kids when they needed it. And they change your life forever, man.
Or it could go the other way around. Could be a punishment.
Yeah,
Now, when they're little, they're a blessing. Yeah. And the thing about grandkids, you can send them back home to their parents. If they give you any crap, just send them back home, man. And this cuts them to the quick, Val. You ready? I'm gonna call your mama. Come get you.
We had a guy on the squad today. The guy was 6'8". I'm 6'3". I'm not a short guy. This guy was 6'8". I felt like a short guy next to him. Swear to God.
hey, that's how I feel when all you guys are around. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, but you're Mexican. You're used to that.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we're aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic.
That's right.
You're high speed, low drag.
That's right. That's what it is, brother. That's what it is. Yeah, but that's cool, man.
It's like I knew the Asian midget was short, but goddamn,
How short is she?
she's the perfect armrest.
Hey, she did feed your ass the whole time you were
Oh,
there,
dude,
huh?
she fed my ass so good. I tell you, dude.
How
I
much how much pounds did you gain, bro?
oh, dude, I usually gain probably 5 pounds a day.
Jeez, how long were you there?
I was there for a week.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah,
fed
dude.
my happy ass all week too. I mean,
How far is she from you, Alan?
about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
she fed us good, man. Really good.
Yeah, she's good people's man. You know, she just out of the blue, she sent me a U.S. Army wood plaque. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I was really appreciative of that. So yeah, I did. I put some polyurethane to make it a little shiny, look nicer. So yeah, no, it looks really cool. Put it in my office, so it looks
All
more
right, we got a
gooder.
question out there. So, what's your guys' best budget 22 long rifle for soon to be born baby girl?
Get a
I'm
cricket,
just
man.
gonna throw out Marlin Model 60. You can get a nice little Marlin Model 60 for pretty inexpensive. At one point, you used to be able to get them at Walmart for $1.25, if that.
All right, Marlin Model 60. It's a good one. Val, what you got?
I say go classic, love it action, Henry.
Okay. Matt,
What was the question?
best budget 22 long rifle to save for when your grandbaby grows up.
I have no idea.
All right, Jamie.
The Savage bolt action. I forget the name of it. Tim S said cricket, but I like that Savage. It was less than the Marlin Model 60. It's a 10-shot bolt action, and it's just a tack driver. And one of the reasons I say that is because I don't think you want a young kid to start with a semi-auto. I like Val's idea about the lever action. That's pretty controllable. And you can get
Yep.
the youth size in the Model 60. You can get the youth size in the lever action.
Yep. Battle Bean.
I like the cricket just for the nostalgia aspect of it. I mean, it's safer. It's just a little bolt action 22. And the thing about it is, if they outgrow it, hey, you know what? This is your first gun. It's a good, just a good keepsake that they can have. You know, something they can pass on. That's just my thing on it.
Yep.
Because you really don't.
Good one. CZ 457 is a good one. The Ruger American has a little bolt action. I like the bolt action or the lever action option as well. Easier from the control to start off with.
I don't even think I could have named two when you asked me. It took me sitting here thinking about it just to come up with a few that I knew of.
I mean, there's your classic 1022 as well, but you know, it's more on the semi-auto side. I mean, I guess it comes down to what age you want to start them at, too. You know, how big are they and all that.
I think that 1022 may be the best long range thing you could do, and for the long run, because there's so much you can do with it after they outgrow it. You know.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't necessarily put any Ruger 1022 in a budget category. I think Ruger's a little proud of it, and that deservingly, slightly so. But
you know, the
there's
1022.
such an aftermarket. There's such an aftermarket for the Ruger 1022 that you can do all kinds of different things with it.
But I think that's another thing that I do like about the 1022 is that they can start it with the regular wood stock, and then, you know, as they get older, they can tactical it if they want to. They can do all kinds of stuff to it. So that's the only incentive that you really got with the 1022 is just all the accessories that you can get with it.
And see, the crickets are cheap enough. You can buy them a cricket to shoot when they're like 8, 9, 10 years old. When they get 11 or 12, switch them to that 1022 and let them keep it and do what they want to with it. And help them. Gives you opportunity to teach them about the different aftermarket stuff, what it's good for, what it does. And, you know, then when they get a little older, they can get into more powerful weapons.
Yep. A good air rifle is a good way to start to get the mechanics down.
Absolutely.
I mean, I remember, you know, having little Daisy and BB gun. That's how I kind of got started. You know, just popping a bunch of little soda cans in the backyard. That's how I did it.
I don't remember what the shotgun was we had on the farm. I forget. There was a break open double barrel, but I forget what it was. It's been so long.
Yeah, what did they allow you to have in Scotland? Is it just shotgun?
At the time when I was there, growing up, you know, on the farm, it was just a shotgun. But they've changed the laws so much over the years, it's not even funny.
We had nothing. I had a BB gun, the CZ break action. That's because that's what we had in school, and my father was a teacher, so he like kind of grabbed one, brought home. That was about it. My uncle was like a gun collector, so he had a couple like old guns that I got my hands on. Never shot one. I shot a 22 bolt action when I was in the 10th grade. It was part of the whole Cold War bullshit, training. And then I shot a VZ-58 760 by 39 when I was in the Army. I shot 8 rounds that were like not full power. And then I shot another 8 rounds of full power. And that was it. That was all the shooting I did in 1 year of Army. And I didn't really get into guns till my 40s.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's still kind of like Laura's saying out there. Mostly illegal unless you're part of a club. But they've changed the rules so much and so many times.
Well, according to our politicians, they lead by example. UK, New Zealand, Australia, they want us to be like them. Nobody needs an AR-15. Nobody needs.
But why do we have to follow the example of other people when, in reality, a lot of those people in those countries they come to the United States to shoot those guns they can't shoot in their own country? I met so many people in Vegas down at that I forgot the name of that range it's on there. A lot of people from Australia, a lot of people from Great Britain. They've never shot a pistol. That's like they have this affinity about all the liberties that we have in this country. I mean, I don't know, man. The way I look at it is our country is founded by guns. It should stay that way.
Yeah, Rich, I'm not sure, buddy. I'd have to check. I don't remember. Like I said, they keep changing so much. They just keep getting stricter and stricter all the time. Same with knife laws. Knife laws are ridiculous.
So what was that new thing that Canada just passed, or that their prime minister just made into law or something like that?
I don't think they passed it yet, right?
Oh, it was a proposition.
Yeah. Well, basically, no more sales or transfer of handguns.
The fuck? Oh, hell no. Yeah, I heard that they had like record sales of guns over there in Canada. Like people went crazy as soon as they heard that stuff, man.
Yeah, but my understanding in Canada, it's a lot more regulated. So they have, like at least over here, most like even in New York, okay, they have all the pistols are registered.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say my AR is registered because that's my competition gun, but none of my other rifles are registered. So they don't really know unless they go to the FFL. So my understanding in Canada, it's a little different. It's the same thing in the old country. Everything is registered. You can, everything, and it's got to be pressure tested every so often. When you go buy ammunition, you can only buy ammunition based on what's on your permit. You can't just go buy any ammo.
So let me ask you this question, because I know you kind of talked about this when you first came into the chat. Now, after World War II, what were the actual laws for civilians owning firearms in Czechoslovakia?
The World War II was just over. There was no laws, really. Not to mention they were giving up guns. They were giving guns to civilians to fight the Nazis. So there were guns all over the place. I mean, the guns and ammunition caches till this day in the woods.
And what type of guns were they mostly? Were they
anything
Russian?
from Mosin Nagants to STG 44s?
Yeah, okay. Wow.
I mean, from what I read, till this day, there's about 450 million illegal guns in Europe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so like when I go back home and I talk to my friends and I talk about how would I go about getting a pistol, they're like, well, if you want a legal one, not an issue. $500, you'll have one in a couple hours. You own a legal one, forget it.
Yeah, it's like back home. Fuck, it used to be Wes was out there talking about walking down the street with a sword. Shit, back in the 90s, I could do that. Can't do it now.
Fuck around trying to be last of the samurais. Oh, sorry, man. I had to throw that in there.
Back in the day, you could do that, and they couldn't do a damn thing about it. Now it's all changed.
So, how is the primer situation in you guys' areas? Is it gotten any better, worse, super expensive? What's going on?
I don't know if Daniel's out there or not. I haven't been to the store in a while.
I had a friend of mine just bought 10,000 primers from zincpoint.com. They had the primers that are made in Argentina, came up to about 9 cents shipped. If you buy in bulk, about 50K plus, they go about 8 cents shipped. So waiting for him to test and see how good they are.
That's probably the same ones I got. They're pretty hard. They're great for hammer fired guns. They suck for striker fired guns.
I don't know. I asked a couple other people and they were bragging about them. So I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, me and Daniel's got some. We tried them. They work great in the hammer fire, but they suck in a striker fire.
Yeah, well, considering Daniel's bullets, I'm not surprised. There's a good chance you messed something up.
Yeah, he's probably Russian or something.
Nah, my wife says I should be a little nice. Apparently, she doesn't know me yet. After 25 years.
Yeah, seriously. He's certified asshole. He's not going to change. Wow, poor woman.
Yeah.
She's actually put up 35 years with your ass? Holy shit, dude.
No, 20, 25, 20, wait, 27?
Uh-oh, he doesn't know.
I'm not even going to translate that.
Is that like breaking service too? You know, I'm sure you guys have. It's kidding. No, that's cool, man. God bless her for putting up with you.
I've found a few primers up at North Georgia Reloading.
Mm-hmm.
They had federal gold medal match large pistol primers for $139 per 1,000.
Yeah, that's about what they have around here.
Yeah,
And
that's how
they
they have
had-
them around here too.
They had Winchester small pistol primers for $99.99, $100 a 1,000, and then they had some Gen X small rifle primers, 500 for $55.
Yeah, about the same around here. You can find a small pistol, small rifle, about $120 to $140, depending where. And I saw a large rifle for $180.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but I don't think it's going to be any cheaper, just like ammo. And ammo, from what I understand, ammo is going to skyrocket again. It's going to be even more expensive, what I was told.
How can it not be? See, people are missing the point here about the significance of our president's proclamation on day one. If gas goes up, everything's going to go up because it costs more to get it shipped to where it's going.
Well, the whole point is raising the ammo prices anyway, so you can't afford to buy it. They don't want you to have it. It's the same thing with the primers. They raise it so high you can't afford to buy them.
When he said build back better, was he talking about his wealth and his house and all the Democrats?
Yeah.
Yeah, build back better for them, not for us.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I swear, every time I see that fool, I just want to.
Which pistol caliber do you favor the best? It's a Good question.
9 mil.
I'm gonna say
Well,
9 mil.
that's just kind of an open-ended question.
Yeah.
What pistol calibers do you favor? I mean, I'm rolling 9mm now. I got a number of different carry pistols that are 9mm. I prefer 10 over 9. I don't have anything that's got a halfway decent capacity in 10 yet. Even though I still carry my 1911s in 10mm. But I mean, I'm still rolling lung blowers.
I actually got a video coming up for you, Alan. You're gonna like it. 9 versus 10mm, and I kind of surprised myself. You just gotta wait till I edit it and put it out.
Oh, that's cool. Oh. Don't tell me you shot it in jail.
No, I shot it on the range.
Oh, okay.
Why would I be shooting in a jail?
I don't know, man. So I'm asking.
You're one weird Mexican.
Because everybody shoots at jail and they think that somehow that shit is legit. Like, it's not.
Yeah, for me it'd be 9.44 mag.
Ooh, 44 mag is nice.
You know me, I love my 44. Although I'll tell you, 45 Colt is fast becoming a damn favorite round of mine too. I'm loving that 45 Colt.
Yeah, I like 9 and I like 10. I mean, I don't have a 10mm, but every time I shoot my friend's 10mm, I fall more in love with that thing. It's more gooder.
I think 45 Gap, 32 ACP, 50 Action Express.
The fuck, bro? What the hell you shooting?
He's picking everything that's just odd and random on purpose.
Hey, if that's the case, you forgot 38 Super, bro. Come on, man. That's the cartel gun.
38 Super is a phenomenal round, though. Like,
It
is.
while it's expensive to buy and expensive to train with and all that, not that commonly found,
Yep.
my 1911 is chambered in 38 Super, and that's a phenomenal round.
38 Super was used so much back in the day in competition.
If it was reasonably priced and more platforms had carry models of 38 Super, I would carry 38 Super without question. I'm just waiting for 30 Super Carry to get mothballed as fast as it came out. That's going to end up on the shelves with 45 Gap. Nobody wants it.
.45 Gap's an odd caliber for sure. I can't tell you the amount of times people used to come into the store and pick up 45 Gap thinking it was 45 auto.
Well, 40 Super Marshall out there. 40 Super is awesome too. Isn't that called 10mm?
Well, just like 38 Super is pretty much 9mm plus speed, so that's one of the reasons it kind of nobody does a 38 Super anymore. Wilson Combat pretty much discontinued 38 Super.
Yep, 357 SIG is a good one. Yep. Yeah, Ozzy, I'm loving the 45 Colt, man.
45 Colt is pretty universal round. You can tame it down, or you can load them pretty hot.
I'm liking that belt rig that Jamie got from Mark. I'm probably gonna have to have him make me one as well for 45 Colt and or 44 mag.
It's awesome.
It's a pretty sweet setup, dude.
The only problem with it is I have a cross draw for the other side. Now I got to have something to go in there.
That's not a problem. That's just you got to pick what you want.
Maybe a 57.
Whatever happened to 5.7? Nobody likes that.
5.7's still out there.
Yeah,
That's-
5.7's still out there, man, but it's kind of. I know a lot of people just. It's kind of hard to find that ammo too.
It's just expensive as hell. Always has been.
I think the reason 5.7 is the only reason it's still alive is because of Tim Kennedy. Like, he carries a 5.7. He sits there and talks about 5.7 all the time, and yeah. So his followers, I think, are the ones that keep 5.7 alive.
I mean, I've shot it. It's a nice round. I mean, it shoots smooth and all the rest of it, but it's nothing special.
I know that the security guards in Indian Point, when it was open, the nuclear facility, they were getting 5.7s.
And then you got Ruger that came out with their 5.7 model, and they had the issues right off the bat. Supposedly,
5.7.
they fixed them, but who knows?
Yeah, but it is Ruger, so I mean,
Yeah, well, they're just like everyone else. We're the test subjects.
The 5.7 is pain to reload as well. That's probably biggest downturn.
Yeah. Well, everyone loved, and Marshall mentioned it out there too. The P90 subgun. Everyone loved the P90. I hated the P90.
No, I mean P90 with the like a FN57 for like a operator or actual security guard and some super whatever the hell makes sense. I can see that. Obviously, they're not shooting the regular 5.7 you buy on off the shelf. The one they got is a little harder. It'll go through freaking Kevlar. But for us, don't make any sense at all.
Yep.
I had one and I wound up selling it. Just wasn't worth it. I had no use for it. If I can't shoot it for a competition or for carry, there's no need for me to have it. Or I can't hunt with it.
Yeah, the P90 was just awkward to load, just awkward in general. I didn't like it. Marshall said he likes the Ruger 5.7. Maybe they've gotten better.
I mean, 5.7 looked like a decent gun when I handled it at the SHOT Show. I mean, for the price point and all that, it's just, and especially you can carry 20 rounds in it in a free state.
And it's a super fast round. So I mean, you're talking about defeating most standard body armor, and it's super flat. The trajectory is phenomenal, but yeah, the 157 that I've ever shot, the grips are really fat. So that would honestly just take me a little bit of getting used to. I wouldn't mind having a 5.7. Finding the ammo right now is pretty damn difficult, but I still wouldn't mind one in my safe.
Yeah. I mean, the gun itself is way overpriced. Way overpriced.
Well, Ruger's not that bad.
Yeah, the Ruger's not bad, but the actual FN version, it's way overpriced.
For the plastic gun.
It could easily be half that price.
For that, just get a Grand Power.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, God.
Well,
Grand Power.
He's gonna Grand Power, man. Grand Power is the best.
Well, the Glock
It's
is overpriced too for a plastic gun. And a Grand Power actually have a 10 millimeter. It's called centimeter.
Oh, mira, excuse me. What do we call it? What's a catchy name? Centimeter. Yes. I like it, bro. That is too cool. So, Alan, I've seen.
Caltech always looks like something out of Star Trek anyway. Caltech
does,
is
man.
that way.
Caltech just, it looks like that shit just came out of the movie The Fifth Element or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just crazy looking guns. Yeah, Marshall, the FN57 does have a safety in a weird spot too.
Well, it's on your thumb. It's on the right side. It boils down to training and all that. So
Yeah, it's just a little different. It's a lot. It's pretty thin for what it is because they try to keep the gun slimline.
yeah, but they're right. The 5.7 is pretty much 2 to 3 short. So yeah, you're probably better off having 2 to 3.
Yeah, but somehow Caltech's still in business all these years. Because I'll be honest with you, I kept thinking Caltech was going to go out of business a long time ago, but them boys still going. They got to be selling guns to the freaking cartel in Miami. I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
And you can't even find them. Those PMR guns for a 22 and 22 mag. You can't even find those things.
I think like Keltec, High Point, Springfield, some of the best Inner Ordnance. Yeah, some of the best gun manufacturers out there. Absolutely.
We
Fantastic,
had this
yes.
question before, but we'll do it again. Al's wondering if you could only have 2 guns, 1 pistol, 1 rifle, what would it be? Alan?
Oh, why are you gonna make me first? What the fuck?
I'm going in reverse order this time.
Oh. Well, that's probably going to be a pistol and a rifle. Specifically, I guess. All right. So it's right now. It's going to be the 320 AGX Pro and the Black Rifle 15. If that's my go to battle shit.
All right. Battle Beam?
You're fucking killing me with that going to battle bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I would probably have to say my my CZ75, PO1, no, not PO, it's PO11 or whatever, and my Aero Precision AR-15. I would say the M1A, but I love the fact that with the M4 I could carry more ammo, so it's more practical that way.
All right. Jamie?
Can we throw a revolver in too?
Absolutely.
I'm keeping my 5.86 6-inch. I'm keeping my 75 CZ and probably my 350 Legend AR. So I can do so much with those 3 and only have 2 or 3 bullet molds.
Well, maybe I misunderstood what the question was, because now Jamie's got 3 guns. What the hell?
Yeah, he cheated.
I cheated.
He can't let go of the 686 is what it is, bro.
Hell yeah, you can never let go of that thing.
No.
Matt, what about you, buddy?
I guess I would need more context to the question. Sounds like an ATF question to me. Like, why do you want to know what I have? But like, if I could only have 2 ever, or are we talking about like the 2 go-to guns, like if shit hits the fan? Because that's 2 different answers.
Just says if you could only have 2 guns, 1 pistol, 1 rifle.
Which to me, I interpreted as you're grabbing and running out the door.
Yeah, that's sort of where I was going with it. Yeah, so it'd have to be a Glock 19 and a AR-15, just due to commonality.
Glock 19, say it ain't so.
Yeah, just due to commonality. Just due to commonality.
Okay, that's good, bro. Just
All
messing
right.
with
Val, you still there? He ran away from the question. I'm kind of on the fence because I'm gonna have to cheat both ways. I'm gonna go a little worse than Jamie. I'm gonna have to cheat both ways. I'd have to take my Model 29. I'd have to take my Shadow 2. I'd have to take the C-Max rifle, and I would have to take my Marlin.
How's your skinny ass gonna carry all that shit? Fuck, dude. It's
See,
like
that just goes.
yeah.
That
what the
goes completely outside of the parameters, though.
This fucker's making his own rules and
I'm
shit.
never giving up my 29. I'm never giving up my Shadow 2, and I'm never giving up my frickin' C-Max rifle.
Well, no, when you triple overpay for a Shadow 2, you want to hold on to that thing.
That's right.
Triple overpay, whatever,
not-
dude.
yes.
I got that for a good deal.
You know, you could have got 3 Glock 19s for that one Shadow 2.
We don't pay California prices here. Sorry, bro.
It's all good, though. Man. It's all good.
Yeah, no, I got mine for a decent price. So.
That's a fine firearm, I will say.
It's fine firearm.
All right, so Val, you're back with us. 1 pistol, 1 rifle.
I'd have to say, 320, any of the 320s I have, and AR.
Wow, you didn't say Grand Power?
No, because the Grand Powers are far in between in this country. If we're talking 1 pistol, 1 rifle, that means end of the world. I can't have any more guns. With the X5, for example, and the FCU, I can mix and match of whatever shit I can find. The same goes for the AR. So, practicality reasons, I would go with that. Either that, or I would go with the Glock. Either one is you can find in the wild.
That's
All them fancy revolvers and whatnot, if they go down, you're fucked. You ain't finding the spare parts.
All right, who's chopping stuff? I hear somebody chopping. Somebody making food?
I don't see anyone in the kitchen. Well, Alan's in the kitchen, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
What you making, man? Cocaine over there? What you doing?
me just dropping rounds into a case.
Ah, okay. Look at you, man. Those are pretty. Show us one. Show us one. I want to see how that look like. Well, I don't want you to burn your hand either. Sorry.
You're going to have to wait until I can pick one up.
Oh, you just got them out of the oven. Okay, I'm
Out of the
sorry,
oven.
sir. Okay, you got them out of the Betty Crocker.
There you go.
They're so pretty, it's a shame to fire them.
Yeah, that is a shame to fire. Oh my god.
Chromachrome.
Wow.
And they look chrome.
Yeah, they do. They look like bling bling bullets.
No, man. That's pretty awesome.
Ah. What powder is that?
I just told you.
Sorry, say that again.
Columbia Coatings Coda Chromachrome.
Oh, okay. I never heard of Columbia Coatings.
Jason Stewart sent me some.
Oh. That's cool.
So now we figure out who watches whose videos, right?
No, I don't watch nobody's videos. I'll be the first one to tell you that shit. Don't start quoting me like Uncle Jim starts throwing me trivia. I'm like, then he gets so pissed off because I don't watch his videos. I'm like, dude, check it out, man. I don't watch nobody's videos. I don't even know why you guys watch my videos. I'm just saying.
Well, now that we know you don't watch ours, we probably won't.
I'm probably not gonna watch them. There'll be 0 views on my stuff. That's why I don't make that much
It's
videos
just out of
anymore.
pity, man. That's all. It's just out of
It's all
pity.
good. Yeah, okay. two views. All right. Man, look at RTT's picture, man. He's looking mighty stealthy. He's got an M40 gas mask or whatever the hell he's got in there. Man, he's looking mighty tactical in that picture. Man, dude, they go back to the other one, bro.
Marshall got it. Marshall says, Mario, you make videos?
I make those too. I make videos once in a while. I was gonna tell you. No, you know what? Not too long ago, I was bored, and I was surfing through the on-demand channels and stuff, and I happened to run into this one episode, and it was in is it the Oprah channel or some shit? I was like, first, don't ask me what the fuck I was doing in the Oprah channel, but I see Ugly Mud RTT in that thing. That is a Cunny Chung or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, girl, that fucking interview your ass. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
who is that? What the hell?
When was
I know
this?
that dude. Oh, about a month ago.
They were replaying it or something?
Yeah, they were. Hold on.
Oh. Yeah.
Come on, you see RTT all the time when We the People hosts have a commercial on the beginning of the video. He's a celebrity.
Oh no. I'm not the one who got the big shout out from Johnny B.
Yeah, that's because I sent him a cool shirt that says he's a glorified t-shirt salesman.
Good night, Marshall. Have a good week.
Well, that kind of shows you actually this conversation here that actually kind of shows you how far like gun channels have actually come in the last 10, 12 years.
Johnny B is not a gun channel.
No, but a decade ago, 12 years ago, a channel my size, 31,000 subscribers, was a big channel for a gun channel. And now you got like Demolition Matt with 10 million subscribers, and you got all these other, the Brandon Herreras and the Garand Thumbs and all this other stuff are topping 1 million and stuff like that. I mean, hell
yeah, but you also have to hand them that. I mean, their videos, they have a whole production company. So like the video they put up, and like you do video like me, you put up the freaking camera on a stick, you shoot, you talk, you do. You don't have like you watch Grand Thumb. He's got like 15 people working on that video. Brandon Herrera, same thing. Demolition Range, same thing. So they have a whole production crew working on their videos. Even a Military Arms channel, as much as he bitches that he's not making money off the YouTube, he's still making money off the YouTube. He's making money off the Patreon, and that's all through YouTube as well. He got where he got because of the YouTube.
Does he still make videos?
Oh yeah, he does. Not as often, but he does. I enjoy his videos. I just hate his shameless plugs. Oh, YouTube's not paying us. Throw us some money at the Patreon and this and that. Meantime, you got where you got because of the YouTube. You got in the firearms industry that far because of the exposure YouTube gave you. So, and yes, you're not monetized as you used to be. You're not making all the videos, all that money from YouTube, but you still have an exposure. And because of that, you got Patreons and a bunch of other shit, So that's what. Like for example, Humble Marksman. I was talking with Humble Marksman when he had less subs than me. He's close to 100 grand now. He doesn't talk any politics. All he does is competition shooting. He does interviews with the people in the U.S. basic community. That's all he does. And the guy knows what he's talking about. He's funny. I don't know how the hell he does it because he's got like 50 freaking kids, and he still shoots all these matches and whatnot. I don't know when the fuck he finds the time. The guy's probably half robot or something. But, his videos are entertaining. He puts a lot more work into it. My shit is half-assed. I mean, I go, I shoot, I edit, I still I use a Windows Movie Maker because that's the easiest one to do. And half the time I do my videos on the goddamn phone with the Filmora Go. So I don't expect a return because I don't put the work into it.
Here you go, Mario and Jason.
shiny.
Boy, that is chrome.
Is it not?
So what is that?
That is the Elmer Keith bullet. That is a 430, 431, 421, I think's what it is. 430, 421. Lineman mold. And I got it in a single cavity. So it takes, you got to really want those bullets. But that turned out unbelievable, man.
Yeah, those are nice, man. Good job. Well, we're getting to that time. We'll start going through the room. Val, what you got, brother?
Other than DQ today, that's gonna be soon streamed up. I got a couple other videos, just gotta edit them and throw them out. Like I said, Alan probably gonna like my 9mm versus 10mm. That's gonna make it interesting, and it's completely useless video, but I think it's gonna be entertaining. Other than that, just have fun and keep shooting.
All right, awesome. Good to have you, man. Jamie, what you got, brother?
I'm obviously working on powder coat. I did 2 videos this past week. If y'all didn't see them, I hope you go check out my channel and watch them. Other than that, man, thanks for having me. Enjoyed my time on Sunday evenings with you guys. Check us out Friday nights at 8 o'clock on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel. Thank you.
Awesome. Always appreciate you, brother. Battle Bean.
Well, thank you guys. It's always good to see all you guys out here in the side chat and also on the panel. And appreciate the invite and look forward to being here again. Thanks.
Always good having you, brother. Matt, what you got, man?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Appreciate everyone out there. We had a great chat, lots of good discussion, and good to be back. Good to see everyone out there. Appreciate y'all. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to Alan to take us out right.
Unmute your fucking mic.
And that's what I have to say about that. That's all I'm going to say, other than to keep your magazines loaded and one in the chamber. Woo!